Before we get started, just a general intro. Tell my audience how they would know you, maybe recognize you in Miami, because we've developed a little bit of a Miami following now.
I got you.
So give them a rundown of who you are.
Yeah, I came to Miami in 2001, so I've been here for, 24 years.
Very cool.
And I was known kind of training celebrities at the time when celebrity trainer was a thing. You know,
Right.
Now everyone's a celebrity trainer.
Seems
But
like
and then I really got known for training professional athletes, a ton of NBA guys, NFL, Major League Baseball, that whole thing. And then I opened my first gym called Legacy. At the time, it was Legacy Fit. Today, it's Legacy. And I opened that in November 2008. And fast forward today, we actually have 8 locations and 7 in South Florida, 1 that we're opening in Nashville. And then 3 years ago, I launched my own beverage company, No Days Off. And so that's who I am, I guess. Yeah.
We'll keep it brief for the intro, but at the same time, we're going to delve into all this.
All right.
I want to go from the very beginning, right? So just digging basic information from you online. You're from Alabama.
Yes.
All right, which is similar to me. I'm from Mississippi,
Okay.
not too far away.
Yep.
But tell me about Alabama in the beginning ages, right? Your father, your raising. Because was there like a football, fitness background? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, in my bio, it says I could throw a football before I could walk. So that's a true story.
Yep.
Literally threw a football out of the crib before I could walk. My dad played football at Auburn, was very disciplined. Everybody thinks I come from a military background because of how disciplined I am, but I actually don't. It's just my dad was very disciplined.
Right.
Had it waking us up early in the morning. And then the creative side is all my mom. My mom was a florist and a wedding planner, and then obviously a stay-at-home mom. And so my creative side definitely comes from my mom. She's just absolutely so gifted at what she does. She can take like nothing and turning it into something, and that's kind of like what I'm good at too. So yeah, I had the discipline from my dad and the drive, and then the creativity from my mom. So.
Going to your dad's time at Auburn, was this anywhere near when the Bama was coming up, when they were like kind of like the iconic Bama?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he played 70 through 74. So those were literally the iconic years of Alabama. But he had some good years too. That was, I believe, who was his coach? So it was Coach Bryant in Alabama, and then my dad had, oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me for forgetting this. Shug Jordan.
Okay.
So actually, what the stadium's named after was his coach. So kind of a big deal. And my dad was like, when he came. So back then, they were a little bit smaller. So he was actually an offensive guard, like starting out, and then they moved him to linebacker, and that's where he played really well in linebacker.
So your dad was an offensive guard.
When he first showed as a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah, my size, yeah.
You want to hear something weird?
What's that?
So my dad played for the LSU Tigers.
No way.
My dad was an offensive guard.
Okay, that's
Dead
crazy.
serious.
I love it.
My dad's an orthodontist.
Yeah.
He lives on the Mississippi Gulf Coast right now.
Okay.
And he was an offensive guard for the LSU
That's
Tigers.
awesome. Yeah, my dad's freshman year he played guard, and then after that they moved him to linebacker.
Wouldn't that be some shit if our dads played each other in football?
Well, what years was he at?
80s, 86, something like that.
Yeah, I'm older than you, so
That is a good
That's
point.
kind of
Yeah. You don't look it though.
I got 15 years on you.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know.
It's the beard for you, bro. You got that sexy beard. So
The beard actually does age me.
but in a good way. We spoke about that earlier. In a good way.
My mom's gonna see this right now. She's like, "Save, you got to shave that shit." Like she's gonna tell me. All right, so you get raised by a football player. This has got to be a hard-nosed dude, right?
Yes.
So a little bit of that bleeds into you.
Yeah, definitely.
Brothers, sisters, stuff like that.
Yeah, I have a younger brother.
Younger brother.
Yes, named Peyton, which is crazy.
That is pretty crazy,
Yep.
actually. Okay.
Family name, so nothing tied to Peyton Manning, but yeah.
Yeah.
But my brother's name is Peyton, and he actually works for me now today.
That's
And
wild.
yeah, so.
And you mentioned your dad's still with us.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. Still going hard. Still,
Oh yeah, still going hard.
It's
Yep.
weird because once again, our first guest, who was also an entrepreneur here as well in Miami, his dad is still showing up for his restaurants as well.
Yeah,
So,
my dad still wakes up early, still works out, still working. My mom's still same thing.
very cool.
Yeah, they're in their 70s and they're still working.
Alabama.
So they are actually in what we like to call Lower Alabama, Pensacola, Florida.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see,
so it's
okay.
pretty much Alabama, but it's the Panhandle. Yeah.
All right, so we got you now through your football career. All right, and then we got your dad, obviously the hard-nosed dad, and this bleeds over to where you're out of college now, or you're in college. Which way do you want to go with this thing? You want to go college first?
It's up to you.
Let's go college
All right.
first. Tell me about your college experience.
Yeah, so I was what they called a preferred walk-on at Auburn. So you go in with the scholarship players, and you have to earn a scholarship. Yeah. So it's actually pretty challenging because you're you're treated like a scholarship, but everyone knows you're a preferred walk-on. So there's like interesting things that happen to you. For example, like all the scholarship guys got the fancy cleats and the fancy gloves. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at my stuff in my locker and it's like the hand-me-downs. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I actually remember going to the sporting goods store and buying my own stuff because I was like, I'm not showing up with this hand. Because the first practice I was slipping all over the place with these crappy cleats and stuff.
Shit.
And, but, make a long story short, I earned a scholarship my very first year at Auburn just by, outplaying the guys that they actually recruited. I remember, who was it? Rick Trickett, I think it was his name. One of the coaches, he was like, how did we miss on you? Like, what happened? So definitely made a name for myself, but yeah.
That's interesting how you actually had, that even just doing that in your very first year, that's tough.
Yeah, no, it's really hard.
And I'm sure you've got a few opinions about Auburn and where they're at today.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with them. Yeah, we shouldn't go there. I don't want to bash my boys.
We won't go into it because this is something my dad's real passionate about is college football and what it's turned into with the NIL.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
It's bad.
So now you got your scholarship. This is a new version of yourself now. Because now you earned it. You're a part of the crew that is getting the new cleats. That is getting everything refreshed.
Right, you're getting treated just the same. Yep.
You probably got the ladies coming at you now.
A little bit.
All right, so now we're getting you into college. Now, how does this change you moving forward? Did you have the NFL aspirations?
I think you definitely do. When you play for a team like Auburn, big time SEC school, and you see the guys getting recruited and all that, you think as a real football player that lives and breathes it and does it, you think that's the next step. That's like an obvious, I'm going to the pros. So that's definitely in your mind for sure. And that's why even though you have a scholarship, you're still working your ass off and you're trying to, you're trying to start, you're trying to show out, you're trying to get people to pay attention to you. So yeah, that's definitely on your mind for sure.
And I'm guessing when it did come to your senior year, was there an injury or anything like that?
Unfortunately, I didn't make it to my senior year
really?
In football.
Okay.
So take it back to high school. I broke my back in high school, my junior year in high school, and then I was able to rehab myself back, become Defensive Player of the Year in Alabama, earn that preferred walk-on to Auburn, and then my redshirt junior year at Auburn, I broke it again.
Damn.
Same place, but the first time I broke it was a hairline partial fracture.
Right.
The second time, it was a full fracture. So it was even worse the second time. And basically, I had to make a decision, like rehab again and go through all that again, or take a medical hardship is what they call it.
Yep.
And, it was interesting at the time, actually, Troy, I don't know if you're from Troy, Alabama.
I got offered by Troy.
Okay. They actually had a good football program.
They did, yeah.
They tried to get me to transfer to Troy and play both ways, to play fullback and linebacker with Troy. And it was a very tough decision, but the pain and the numbness and it really freaks you out. The pain was 24/7, and then sometimes you wake up, you can't feel your legs. It was a really bad injury. So I felt like at the time my discernment, I was like, all right, I need to take this. I need to think about life and not football. So I took the medical hardship, and then I did it, and I dove into kinesiology, exercise science, health promotions, everything I could find about the body. And that's when I really got into, strength and conditioning and how to train people the right way.
Right.
And because ultimately the injury was coming from training wrong. So that's really, combination of hitting all the time, but really lifting stupid amounts of weight and really being told the entire time in Auburn I was too small. You got to get bigger. You got to get stronger. Yeah. And looking back on it, that was such a lie. Because I showed up at 218 pounds, shredded, strong, fast. And then by the time I was redshirt junior, I was 240. I was stronger, but I was slower. So I felt like I kind of got duped into training the wrong way and doing the wrong. It was all about how big and strong you could be. That was it. And there was no explosion. There was no performance. There was no mobility. There was no speed. It was literally, the only speed training you were doing was straight ahead. So it really opened my eyes to, okay, well, if my football career is gone, then what can I do to give back to the industry and actually help people train the right way and become the best version of themselves they could? So that's what I did.
So football actually gave you the actual turn in your life where you were like, okay, you knew after this injury, you were like, all right, I'm dialing in. I'm going down this wellness path.
Yeah, not instantly. Obviously, I was young, so there was a period of time for 3 months where I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. You know, you kind of like, oh my God, your dreams are taken away. So I got into like again, it was literally 3 months. I can remember it like it was nothing, like it was yesterday. It was 3 months of being depressed and like not eating and, you know, experimenting with drugs a little bit and like just kind of like being a kid, you know, because up until then, I was so disciplined on everything. I was like, let me let loose a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you let loose and you realize like that's not who you are and it's not your identity. So you quickly, I mean, like I said, it only lasted about 3 months. And then I quickly realized, all right, I'm going to put my mind and my body through learning and through experiencing the right way to do things. So
Yeah.